Hey everybody, welcome to Review a Day, episode number 157. I'm Leland Brungard, and thank you so much for being here. Today, new episode of Dampercast is out, so if you just head over to dampercast.com, check out that episode, or you can always just search on iTunes and subscribe. It's a great way to get the show. I went and saw the new flick Orphan for you guys. I took a bullet, went and saw this new horror film, and this movie is directed by... Here we go, it's French, so I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what? Go on IMDb and check out the name of this director, because I'm not even gonna attempt to say it. Wam Collet Sera. That's my guess. This is also the director who did that new House of Wax remake a couple of years back. I was in high school when that thing came out. The one where Paris Hilton gets the shit through her head. So, not a great movie. I definitely wasn't going into this film expecting much of anything. In this film, we've got Vera Farmiga, who you might know as the blonde, sultry psychiatrist from The Departed, who was with Leo DiCaprio in that movie. Peter Sarsgaard, an actor I always really enjoy. A great supporting actor who I feel like still really hasn't gotten his chance to shine. I think he was really great in Garden State. And there's also this little girl in the movie, Isabelle Fuhrman, who plays the kind of psychotic orphan. This movie is like a lot of movies with evil little children. This family goes to adopt a little girl. They find a very special, creepy little girl named Esther. They decide to adopt her. And basically bad shit starts happening to their family. The little girl is kind of evil. This movie is bad. It is really just terrible. I mean, it's such a derivative horror film. It looks like about every other movies like every other movie that comes out like this. They're really all the same, and there really wasn't hardly an original idea in this entire movie. Every single scare in this movie came from jump scares, and they were really poorly done. Earlier this summer, Drag Me to Hell, the new Sam Raimi horror film that came out, had jump scares in it, but it had the best jump scares I had ever seen. It's hard to compare the two films because one of them has Sam Raimi and this one has this guy. Sam Raimi is such a great horror director, and he really knows how to make those scares work and to make them not totally cheap. This film, they just felt absolutely cheap the entire time. I also hate these movies because the little girl is obviously creepy, obviously possessed, and at no point in the movie does anyone ever say, hey, that girl is fucking creepy and she doesn't act like a normal child. They spend the entire film thinking the mother of this, the mother in the movie is crazy because she thinks the little girl is doing all these things to her. Everyone's like, oh no, you're crazy. It couldn't possibly be the creepy little adopted girl you guys got who has like a Russian accent. The ending of this movie, I don't want to spoil it. I do talk about it in this week's episode of Dampercast, so if you want to hear the absolutely fucking ridiculous twist at the end of this movie, head over to dampercast.com, because it's absolutely ridiculous. The performances in this movie are okay, but the movie is just so bad and so ridiculous by the end of the movie that it is impossible to believe any character at any time, to even feel scared at times, to give a single shit about any of these characters. It is such a tired formula, and it's pretty ridiculous that this movie has like a 50 or 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that this is the type of these are the types of horror films that we're still getting here in the States. It's frustrating because no one saw Drag Me to Hell at the beginning of the summer. If you can somehow see Drag Me to Hell, that's a great horror film, but in any case, stay away from Orphan. It's a really pretty bad, mindless waste of time. I give Orphan a 1 out of 5. Even Peter Sarsgaard couldn't save this film, and he's good in it, but it's just so ridiculous, and the twist in this movie is one of the funniest twists I think I've ever seen for a horror film in quite some time. So if you guys like this review, make sure to rate, subscribe, and tune in tomorrow when I do a review of The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl. It's going to be a doozy. See you guys. Bye.